In this video, we're going to show you how to replace your windshield washer reservoir with pump, as well as your coolant expansion tank here. It's located on the passenger side of your engine compartment, right here. Now our unit is held in place by 4 bolts. There's one on the bottom side here that's on the top of the fender well. There's one on the fender area. There's another one on the upper fender, and then another one on the fender well liner as well. So let's go ahead and find those bolts and loosen those. Using our flathead screwdriver, we're going to loosen our upper intake tube hose clamp here. We have our temp sensor right here. Go ahead and pinch this little connector right here and work that out. Our particular sensor is coming right out. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect our mass airflow sensor right here. I'm just pressing in on this lock tab in the back here and using my screwdriver just to get some leverage there. Once you have those disconnected, there are 2 spring clips on either side of the air box down below. I want to go ahead and reach down, disconnect those, and then lift up and remove the unit. Set that aside. Go ahead and remove your filter. Set that aside. We also want to go ahead and remove our airbox base. Should be able to tug this up and out of the rubber grommets down below. And then pull it out of the 2 tabs here on the fender. Using a 10mm socket, let's go ahead and loosen and remove this bolt. Go ahead and set that unit aside. We'll go ahead and loosen and remove this nut here. It's a 7/16. Once we remove that, we're going to do the same on the other side. And we have our 2 up top here. There's one up top here we're going to get. Let's go ahead and get to this bolt here. This is a 10mm. And then we'll get the one on the opposite side here. Now we went ahead and removed this bracket here. Your vehicle probably doesn't have it. This vehicle had a security system in it, and this is where the pressure switch went for the hood. So we just removed that. We're going to set that aside. Now when we remove this, there's going to be a rubber hose going to the coolant side, and there's going to be a couple electric connectors and a hose going to the washer side. So we want to be careful when picking this up. I'm going to disconnect our washer pump connector right here. Just give it a little wiggle and tug, pop that off. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the hose here. Now if you have washer fluid in here, you want to go ahead, pull that hose and just pop your finger over the end of it. And we can lift this up. And on the other side is your coolant for your radiator. Same thing here, we're going to tip this up, pull that hose and put our finger over that and put this right into a drain bucket. We'll set that into that bucket and let that drain out in there. And go ahead and set this on the ground. What we want to do is go ahead and lower this down into place. We want to install our radiator hose here. Press that into place. As we push this over, I want to go ahead and install the hose here for the washer reservoir. And once you get that on, go ahead and connect the connector for the pump and press that into place. Then we can go ahead and line up our unit here onto the studs and the wheel well. I'm going to install the 2 nuts on the bottom. Once we have those 2 started, I'm going to install the 2 screws. I'm going to install the back one first. I'm just going to get that screw started. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just snug down this screw here. It doesn't have to be super tight, you just want to be able to hold this reservoir to the fender here, and then we'll snug down the rear screw. And tighten down our lower nuts here. Do the same for the back one. I'm going to install our bracket for our security system. At this point here, we can go ahead and add some coolant here. There is a cool fill line here, or cold fill line. You'll go ahead and fill up your washer fluid. I'm going to pop open the lid, grab a clean funnel. I'm going to use the appropriate coolant recommended for this model vehicle. Now that we have this filled up to our cold fill, I'm going to go ahead and remove our funnel. Close this up. Just going to go ahead and install our air box. And drop our filter into it. Now we can go ahead and install the upper portion. Put the 3 tabs in, and then line up the air hose with your throttle body, working that together. And install our clamps on our air lid box here. Do the other side. Install our mass overflow sensor connector. Install your temperature sensor. Now, if your sensor is still in the air tube, you can just simply install the connector end. Otherwise, just go ahead and push that in. And then we'll go ahead and tighten down the hose clamp. You're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.